Namaste, beloveds. What you're hearing in the background is Tina Turner's The Purity of Mind Lotus Sutra. And I'm playing that as an introduction to today's video. And I pray that it allows me to finish this video without needing to do several of them. I am allowing you in this process because I'm being led to do so. I'm being told that many of you have forgotten or do not know how to enter into a sacred space or to make a sacred space for yourself. I'm going to just turn that down just a little bit. And you can find that video on YouTube. Again, it's Tina Turner, The Purity of Mind Lotus Sutra. I'm also going to, excuse me, light some incense. I have 5 sticks of the dragon's blood. And what I want to say, beloveds, is when you go to a dollar store, get you some tea candles, get you a candle, get you some incense, use the flame to ignite your intention. I'm talking and blowing out the flame. Use the flame to light your intentions, beloveds. Speak your intentions with your mind into the flame, into these incense sticks. Wait till the tips are red. Give your intent, give your heart's desires. Bless it with your bless it with your breath, and just set it aside. And let it do what it's going to do. Many of you know the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That can get no plainer, beloveds. But for some of us, you need to make it your own. You need to put your own words into it. You need to put your own slant onto it. And I'm going to open this up again with prayer. I'm going to just tone Tina down just a little bit and just have her in the background. Still playing, but she's toned down. And I just fold my hands, or you can do this, or just breathe. Just put yourself in a relaxed state of mind where there's no anxiety, there's no thoughts turning over in their graves and rising up like zombies and all of these things, beloveds. You have to be at peace when you come into this space. Okay, when you create this space, you are to be at peace in your mind, body, heart, and spirit. You have to settle yourself down to enter this space, because in this space, you are speaking with the divine. You are inviting the divine into your space. The divine is not going to come into a space. It's not going to flow as freely if there's all this confusion and chaos and you're doubting what you're asking for. You're not even sure what you need. You need to be clear. You need to have your intent. And you need to say things of this nature. All that is in my highest good, I welcome. I welcome into this space. I welcome into my being. I welcome into my knowing. I welcome into my wisdom all that is for my highest good. And if what is in my highest good turns out to be a painful lesson, let me accept the blessing of the lesson and not focus on the harshness or the depth of the underworld that I had to descend out of or into in order to obtain that lesson. Let me instead focus on the strength that is mine, that has been passed on to me by those who have borne and made this journey before me. Let me walk in their footsteps and let me rise in their wisdom and in their knowing. And let it be my own because it is my own. Let me know that. Let me express that. Let me live that with all of my being and all of my parts. And let me gather those parts and pieces that feel I abandoned them, that feel they were sacrificed, that feel they were martyred by the lessons that they have endured. Let me gather them to me like a mother with her children who have been suffering, and let me ease and let me bring peace and let me bring purity and let me bring clarity and let me gift them with the gift of discernment so that they do not judge themselves, so that I do not judge them, and that I do not judge myself so harshly without love. Let me look upon myself with unconditional love, Mama. The way you see me whole and holy. You have given me the sun to remind me of how brightly I can shine and just how much power and reach and depth and precision I have through my many colors, through my many rays of light. When I find the moisture of spirit and I shine my light upon that moisture, upon those feelings, those knowings, those whimsies, those desires, those dreams, I create the rainbow, a bridge, a spiritual bridge for my higher self to reach out and embrace and encourage and inspire and comfort that physical self that says, yea, though I walk through the valley of death and shadows are all that's speaking to me, let me know. I don't have to listen to that. They're liars. I have to focus on my strength to endure whatever is placed before me on my table. is my table. And whatever is on there, I put it on there. I manifested it. I have control over it. And if I want to take it off, I can take it off. If I want to throw it away because it no longer serves, I can throw it away. Or I can put it in my garden as compost, baby, and let it feed the seeds. I am a divine being. I am a divine child of the light. And my light shines both ways, baby, with immense brightness or with that silver illuminating what some would call lesser light that makes you reflect upon your darkness, upon your shadows, and you shine light on it. And what you have to do, beloveds, is to sit yourself in your seat of power, your Merkaba, your physical body, your vessel of transportation between the material and the spiritual, between the etheric and the elemental. You are the alchemist. And when you know yourself to be such, there is no wrong that you cannot right. There is no offense that you cannot forgive. Notice I did not say forget. I said forgive. Because you understand that hurt people hurt people. But you're not a fool to allow somebody to keep practicing their pain upon you. You have to say no. I don't choose to participate in this kind of pain no more. This is my table. I make this meal. And this ingredient right here is giving me gas now. You know, I used to cook with a lot of onions and peppers. I done got too old. Now my body is like, you can't deal with that. Your digestion is different now. Your chemistry is different now. What you once could handle and digest and you lived off of and you liked, chemically you have changed. You can no longer eat those onions and peppers like that. They gonna give you gas. They gonna bloat you. You gonna feel ugh. So quit putting the damn onions and peppers in your meals. Okay? Find another way to flavor them up. Explore with your ingredients. Just because you were taught this is how you make this meal. You use this, this, and this. Taste buds change. What this, and this was, add to it. Take away from it. Make it yours. That's how you empower you. I used to say, excuse me for fidgeting and everything, but I'm in this flow, so it is what it is. I used to, on my radio show, speak often of, tell the story of the mama who was with the grandmama and the granddaughter, and all of them was there, and it was holiday time, and they were baking a ham. And the mama was teaching the daughter how to cook. And she's sitting there, the mama sitting there sawing the end off of the ham, just cutting away, just going away, just sawing away at this ham. You know, she got to cut the end off of this ham, boy, because that's how you do it. That's how you cook it. That's how she was taught. And so she telling her daughter, you got to cut the end off, baby. You got to cut the end off of this ham before you cook it. And the daughter is saying, all of his ham. And the bone part, he never got meat on it too. Mama, why we gotta cut the bone off the ham? Why we gotta cut the end off the ham to cook it? Teach me. I want to know. It doesn't make sense to me. Tell me, And Mama's like, you know, I never was taught to question what was taught to me. I just accepted it and did it because was how I was taught. And I was taught not to question. Go ask your grandma. Go ask your grandma about that. Go ask her why you cut this part off the ham when you cook it. So the granddaughter went to the grandmama and she said, Nana, Mama showing me how to cook the ham. And she cutting the end off of it. And I asked her why, and she said she don't know. And she told me to come ask you why we got to cut the end off the ham. And the grandmama sat there and said, baby, I cut the end off the ham because I ain't have a pot big enough to put that big ass piece of meat in. So I had to use 2 pots. So I always cut it so it could fit in the pot. That cracks me up to this day. That's that old wisdom, baby. That's that old wisdom that just shows you and makes you stop in your tracks and think critically, not to just accept everything that's handed to you as what it is, but to understand why, the tradition of it, and if that tradition still applies, or if that situation needs adaptation to this now moment. And you have to be able to step and walk in that and move within that because it's your table. And you set your table because you've got to feed your babies, your family, your community, yourself. And I'm going to leave that there. But in this prayer, I also, beloveds, this prayer meditation connecting us to what's getting ready to flow. I really want you to know how to connect with the unseen around you, the positive, the light beings, and even those lesser beings, those lesser vibrating energies can serve you if you know who you are and you remain in that place. Don't let them lie to you and tell you who you are not, or where you should be going, or what you should be doing, or how you should be doing it. And don't let them take away your light. Don't let them dim it. And when you are able to stand in your truth, You allow others to stand in theirs. You show them you ain't got to cut the ham bone off. All you got to do is buy a bigger damn pot. And old school, baby, if you ain't got a big enough pot and you ain't got the money to buy now, you cut that sucker in half and you put it in the 2 pots you do got. You make it work. You're not helpless. What, because you ain't got the big enough pot, you don't cook the ham? You don't feed your family? Mother with wisdom. Earth wisdom. Divine intellect. Divine feminine wisdom. Oh, we gonna make a way for our family. We gonna survive. But now, we about to thrive, baby. We about to thrive. Because we done suffered long enough. We done beat up on ourselves long enough. We done had our identity stripped long enough. And we remembering just how noble, just how strong, just how powerful, and just how beautiful. Truly, truly, truly beautiful we are when we master ourselves. Ask for that self-mastery, beloveds. Speak to your guides, speak to your guardians, speak to your elementals. And if these things, these connections frighten you, ground yourself. Start small, just with lighting a candle and saying, I love you and I love me. Help me to see you, more of you in me. Start with baby steps. And the more you strengthen that connection, the more you strengthen that connection with communication from your heart, not from your desires of what you want, stuff. No, you want to be able to communicate with spirit. You want to be able to manifest the things that your table and your community needs. You want to be able to see things beyond the chaos and bring them into clarity and bring them into balance. These are the things that you pray for. And when you get these things, everything else will balance itself out. Okay, that is that portion of this video. Again, like I said, I did this with the Tina Turner Purity of Thoughts Lotus Sutra, and it's on YouTube. I'm going to begin this portion of the tarot reading with the Out of the Vortex deck. And beloveds, this is the end of August full moon. And these are downloads that I have been receiving about how to go into this next phase and what I need to focus on and what humanity needs in order to pull itself up, to empower itself. Whoa. Okay, I'm not going to read all of those, but well. 5. And I'm not going to say what I'm not going to do. I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do, whatever you give me to do. I'm doing it. I'm taking that knot. I'm taking that doubt out and away. And that's in the compost now, in the garden. Let it grow some stuff that it needs to grow. I'm just going to get to it, beloveds. I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. And I'm not going to sit here and trip on these cards because excuse me. This energy is tangible to me right now. I can feel it in the room. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it pulsating. So it is what it is. And spirit is very much present. My ancestors are very much present and around me right now. And this energy that is flowing through you is the purity that I asked for it to be. And if you can put yourself in that place, you will be able to receive all that is being given to you now as blessings of abundance, as seeds of abundance. Okay? Okay. Wow. It says, as you walk away from one unpleasant situation, the law of attraction will bring another that feels very much like it, and usually quickly. You just cannot get there from there. To get where you want to be, to that place of feeling better, you have to reach for alignment between you and you. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process. For when you do not feel good, you cannot be inspired to any action that will solve the problem. Next, I didn't say the number. 39, which is 12, which is 3. Those 3 hands, beloved. Woo! That third eye. Woo! That middle seat, the ascension of Isaiah. The ascension of Isaiah. You need to read the ascension of Isaiah to understand the journey that you are on. The ascension of Isaiah. It will help you understand the infinite divine intelligence of a God, that middle road, that middle path, that throne that you sit on. It will help you understand the lights that shine lesser than that throne, but shine brighter than the lesser lights. All lights are yours to take into the darkness of your fertility. You ignite them there, and they grow and blossom and burst forth, reaching for the sun for more nourishment. This is metaphorical, this is literal, this is spiritual. This is however you choose to take it in this moment. It's yours. The next card is 49. So we go from 39 to 49, which is 13, which is 4. The more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. And so the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all of your relationships. But since you think about your child more than you do of most others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. This is speaking to those of us. It's speaking to all of us, beloveds. It's speaking to you that you are the mother. And that little rebellious voice that you hear that doubts, that is your inner child. That child that doubts the connection, that doubts that it is empowered, that it mirrors the same things that the mother has. It already has within it. And it can at any time use its own abilities. But it has to recognize itself. as the mother in an infancy stage. And it has to give her and nourish her while she grows, while she learns to discern, while she learns what to feel, while her instincts are being honed. She may seem vulnerable, but she is always protected, always has been. We are always protected. We have always been. When others flay the skin off of us in their own sense of power and rage and betrayal and hate and fear, understand they're trying to kill that part of them that they do not understand, or that they cannot love, or that they know is stronger than this identity that they want to be the truth. And so killing that in you allows them to kill it in themselves, to shun it, to dim it down in themselves. And they feel victorious. See, I was right. Allow them their journey. Do not judge. I'm shaking. Do not judge them. That's not your role. They agreed to sit at your table and show you what you needed to see. And you agreed to let them sit there. You welcomed them. You called them. And until that lesson is completed, they sit there. Whether you see them physically or not, they sit there at your table, still influencing your digestion. Okay. Our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. This is again the Kachina dolls, the understanding of the encoding of the blood, beloveds, the sins of the fathers. We are the ones to pay it forward. We are the one to bring healing to it. We are the ones that say, no, Father, this goes no farther. This goes no farther. In order for me to enter into those gates fully, the lion is the king of the jungle. It knows who it is. It also knows who the lioness is. And it allows the lioness to be the lioness while it sits. But it knows that when and if that lioness says, baby, I need you. Baby, baby. Come hell or high water, that lion is going to roar. And he going to let you know, I'm king. That masculine energy is going to come forth, baby. And it's going to say, I protect this female, this feminine energy in me. I am the sacred masculine of this feminine energy. I am the twin flame. I am the soulmate. And I reside here alongside her, even when she think I'm not here. When she thinks she's doing all of this for herself, I benefit. And when that time comes, when she says, whew, I'm tired. You're going to have to get your own dinner today, baby. You're going to have to put your stuff on the table today because Mama tired. That lion gets up, baby. And he vibrates. He gets that breath going. so he can roar and let him know, I'm coming. I'm coming. You ain't gonna know where I'm coming from, but you gonna hear me. You gonna know I'm coming. Pride Rock. Everything that I have been talking about lion and strength and the reason for it. The reason to find it, the reason to hold on to it, the reason to name it as your own, to claim it, to own it. It changes the vibrations in the world when you do. It changes the whole energy of the meal, the whole community, the whole communion, the whole connection. When you unify that male and that sacred female within yourself. When you allow them to marry. When you allow that Heros Gamos to take place and the fertility and the abundance proceed from that union. Spiritual knowledge. Okay, I'm getting the sign again about the free up some storage space. So this is going to cut out and I'm going to have to do another video. So, I'll just keep going until it cuts out and then I'll just do another one if that's how it is. And maybe Mama is saying do this in increments so that people are not so overwhelmed. I'm just going to take it as it comes, as it flows. I'm no longer questioning and resisting and denying, and I'm allowing, I'm surrendering, because, when I say mother with wisdom, wisdom knows when to sit itself down and let something higher do what it needs to do. Okay? And quit trying to control it. You're not going to control mama. Okay? You ain't got that much wisdom. You ain't got that much intelligence. You ain't got that many connections, okay? Believe me. So let her do her thing. And know that that's your highest good working through you. Even if it doesn't seem like it. Wait till you get to the other side of it. You cannot judge something when you only have a portion of the understanding of it. Keep living, you'll learn. Okay. 13, 49. That inner child. 34, which is a 7. See the two faces. See one hand higher than the other. See the two orbs. See the spiral in the one and just the other spiral in the other one. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. So, beloveds, that's saying that anytime you are in spirit and you receive insights, you receive wisdom, you receive inspiration, acting from that will always be more powerful, more stronger. It will connect you more with whatever desire that you have to reach because you're being spirit led and you're responding to that. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you, is what is behind the action that you offer by seeking good feeling thoughts that align you with your source. Your action will then always feel good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable action. And beloveds, I'm going to bring this because I'm being told to do so. I'm going to get a little freaky with this, okay? And I'm going to bring this into the realm of erotic essence and desires, simply because that's the easiest way for, that's what I'm being told to do. I'll just say it like that. When you are feeling passionate about your partner, or if you don't have a partner, passionate about someone, something, or just passionate about the passion itself, understand that you're connecting with that passion. And if you become, if you allow yourself to become intimate with that passion, you are expressing and you are expanding in a way that is always going to create bliss for you, because you're aligned with it. You're open to it. You are open so that you can receive. You're comfortable enough. You're trusting enough to receive. So it's pleasurable for you because you are 100% there in that moment, getting what you need. You know, creating it for yourself, or pulling it from the universe, or pulling it from your partner, or giving it to your partner. Some find as much pleasure in giving as they do in getting. You know, some just find pleasure in getting. Some just find pleasure in giving. You have to know how to ride that, to broaden yourself out, because you empower yourself, not just one way, but many. Okay. 29, which is, oh my goodness, this is just messing with me. 11, which is 2. Okay, mama, you something else. Our diversity supports our individual freedoms. Look at this card. Look at this card, y'all. Look at this card. 5 hands, humanity. How many? The bigger self and the smaller self. And the universe. We'll call that the universe. And you have all of, while your societies continue to try to dictate and enforce human behavior to please the majority, because of your diversity, it continues to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again falls of its economic weight. There simply is not enough money in the world to buck the natural currents of individual freedom and independence of thought. And look at that side eye, baby. Look at that side eye right there. Mama like, let me show you something. Let me teach you. Baby, baby. That side eye ain't playing right there. Woo, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. And this last card, 35, which is an 8, and all this purple, all of this violet flame color, it might look blue on here, but it's purple, baby. Okay. And again, that's 35, which is an 8. That's mama's number. And it says your thoughts do create the reality that you live. And one of the most exciting things about being the process of deliberately focused thought is that the law of attraction will bring you evidence of your improved thought immediately. And while old patterns may be hard to break, and you may slip back into old patterns from time to time, evidence of your effort will be undeniable to you. And before long, with much less effort than you spend trying to dodge negative conversations or train another into better behavior, all of your relationships will improve. And I don't know if you can see that. That is a maze, but it portrayed itself as a brain to me. Um, and Mama Tina is over there with her Nam Yong Renge Kyong, Nam Yong Renge Kyong. Mm. The five incense. Five. I will look for these cards. Let me lower this down. I will look for these cards and I will place them on my Facebook page. For those watching the video, I ask you to just Google the cards if you need to, or buy the deck itself. It is Getting into the Vortex. And it is not a tarot deck. It's just affirmation cards, just cards that you can pull that will give you insight or that will help you focus. Anything that you do, any spiritual tool that you put on your table and that you set your intentions to help you rise above or increase your frequency and vibration, it will do so. It will do so. Like I said, get the deck, invest in yourself. Pull a card a day. Pull 3 cards a day. Make a ritual for yourself. Make a passageway. They said make a passageway for you to enter into the sacred divine sanctuary. Understand that it is the middle path and that you have to create an opening for yourself. You have to give yourself permission to go in there. And you have to know what's in there. And you have to honor what's in there. And you have to be ready to communicate with what's in there. So if you are too afraid right now to enter into that space because you feel that you have too much shame, blame, guilt, that you're a sinner, that you're not worthy, that you did this, that you did that, that you hurt so and so and so, and la 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 la. Leave all of that outside. It can't go in there. You will not be able to enter in there with that. You have to let that stuff go. Lay it down. Lay it down at the door. Leave it there as your offering. To the energies and to the spirit and to the wisdom that lies within. Leave it there as a gift for them. This is your gift because you are so intelligent and you have unraveled the mysteries of life and you understand. I gift you my pain. I gift you my burdens. I gift you my doubt. I gift you my shame. I gift you my unknowingness. I gift you my weakness. I gift you my inner child. Help me parent her. Help me parent him. Help me learn more about this sacred pair that I have inside of me and that I am the child of. This is how you pray. And at the end of that prayer, You say amen. You say namaste. You say aho. You say ashe, 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 mama. Whatever you say, you are sealing what you have spoken, what you have put out there. You are saying, and so it is. Okay, I am going to, this is at 50-30. I am going, 50-30, 50-30, an 8, 80. I empty myself. I empty myself. I empty myself. I empty myself, Mama, at your feet. And I sit at your feet and I await the breadcrumbs. I await the revelations. I await the awakening and I await the ascension. From your feet to your heart to your head. Because I'm rising. I'm ascending. And right now, my place is at your feet. And I'm good with that. I'm thankful. I am so humble. And I give thanks to those who walk before me and who walk with me now. And this is going to do it for this portion of this video. I will be getting ready to do the other one, which is going into the Isis Oracle deck. I was given 5 cards that have already been prayed over and everything else. And I was told to share. So when you watch this one, when you get time to watch the other one, it's here for you, beloveds. Whenever you need to, your spirit needs to be fed, it's here. That's why I do this. There are times when I will need to be fed and reminded of these things myself. And I will come and I will be fed again. And I will reconnect with this energy again. And it will serve me and it will feed me and it will nourish me. Because it is eternal. And it is encoded. So it's always relevant. It's always fresh. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you. If you want, my page is not monetized at all. So clicking on it and liking it and all doing all of that, it's not going to, it don't make me rich. It don't make me money. I do this from my heart, and this is because this is my service to you. This is my thank you to my ancestors. This is my thank you to Mama. This is my thank you to me for being strong enough to get through the things that I've gotten through. Being able to endure and letting you know that you can too. You can too. And that somebody sees you and loves you just as you are right now. Even if you're that infant covered in poop and throw up and everything else, and you are just out there and life has just left you like that. There is a energy that sees you and loves you and wants to scoop you up. But you've got to allow it. You can't sit there and bite the hand that wants to pick you up and clean you off. It is what it is, beloveds.